The authors say the Institute's project of researching true African spirituality is critical. This in the wake of its near decimation after the arrival of missionaries and colonial forces.
The mission of 1994 of putting people together, a rainbow nation, I think it was rushed through. And I don't think that could be even successful without first tracing who we were pre-colonization. And therefore, Africans should seek who they are before. And the most important, it's not only culture and tradition. Those evolve. We must know who we are in terms of our own spiritual identity and how we practice our identity. That is the most important identity that we should be seeking and should know.
Radebe says many concepts stem from African spirituality, including Ubuntu.
It's not a concept that derived from politics, culture, or tradition. It's derived from spiritual practices, and I'm speaking from a research point of view. Yes. And Ubuntu is I am because you are. You know, those concepts that we always have in Africa. It takes a village to raise a child. Yeah. There were no beggars in Africa before. A child could not wander around. We were all parents of that child, yeah. And we always made sure that we protected that child and we educated that child. So these concepts come from spiritual teachings, and if we could bring those back, I think violence will go down, prejudice will go down, then this rainbow nation we dreamt about will really succeed.
A researcher at the Institute says in-depth studies on the subject is lacking. The book is part of a bigger project to publish more work on the topic.
We would also want this book to go very far, not only here in South Africa, we're looking at Africa and also in the diaspora as well, so that a lot of people, especially Africans, understand their spiritual identity and reclaim it back. We hope the book will be able to get them to restore their spiritual identity.
Sangoma Tandega Kumalo says the work of Radebe and others assisted her in understanding the path she is on to fulfill her calling.
Spirituality has more of doing about who you are, where you come from, what you represent, and who you're standing for. Because when they send us here into this world, it comes with DNA, and it comes from who and comes from who, and all that DNA has to now represent this particular person who is me, and I'm alive. So if I'm not going to acknowledge the people that brought me here spiritually, that left me, what am I supposed to do? Who am I supposed to go to? So when I got to Revelation, they were like, and I was like, oh, he's home. And I found myself there. So it's been great practicing spirituality under Dr. Radebe.
Mariska Botha, SABC News, Cape Town.